it's here. She's here, and we're gonna do a full day wear test. The viral TirTir foundation. I finally got my hands on it. You guys know the drill. Timestamps are below. Let's just get started. This is going to be a first impressions for me, so I invite you to take this journey with me. Let's go. So the shade that I picked up for myself was 33N Macchiato. And it comes in a standard cardboard box, but I love the color. And this is the product inside. Love the packaging of this, very different. And I love the color, the shade as well. And if I was to open it for you, it comes with a beautiful mirror, and it also comes with this puff, and the product here is inside. As you guys can see, this is the first time that I'm going to be trying it with you guys. So I'm going to peel this off. So it's like tightly sealed right in. So the shade seems that it's going to match me for the summer because I do have a tan. But if I like the formula, I'll probably pick up a lighter shade so I can go in between shades. I'm going to go in with a Tatcha Silk Canvas, and I'm going to prime just the one side of my face because I want to see how this applies over primer, and also if it affects the longevity of the foundation in general. I have heard that this is extremely pigmented. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you guys can see exactly how this is going to go on. I'm going to do like one little dab. Oh, that didn't do much. I only picked up that much. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pick up that much. And here we go. Okay. Wow, that applied like a nice thin layer just on one side of my face. Okay. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more because I don't think I took enough. Apply it over here. Wow, I do think that the shade match is really good for my neck. Like it's blending right in. This is with the foundation, that's without foundation. Obviously I have like a giant crater over there. But wow, I am so impressed by this. The hype is real, man. And it's so lightweight. It is a little bit more of like a matte formula. I would say not completely matte. It's a soft matte satin formula, but the coverage, and you guys saw how little I took. Like I was intentionally being delicate because I personally don't like a full coverage on me for an everyday. This is not sponsored, by the way. I haven't gotten to that point to be sponsored yet by a brand. So I'm going to go in with my trusty BK Beauty 109 brush on this side and see how this covers, and I'll also give you some details about the product. So this foundation is meant to provide high coverage to cover blemishes and redness for a perfect complexion that lasts for 72 hours. Red antioxidant ingredients nourish and plump the skin, and aquatic flowers provide deep hydration and vibrance for a radiant glass skin look. Sweat-proof, transfer-proof, increasing formula with hydrating and skin-friendly ingredients, and it is available in 40 shades now. This foundation is made in Korea, but it is the #1 selling foundation in Japan. Oh my goodness, guys, come closer. Wow, 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 wow. Like, look at that. That's one layer. Now, I still see it because it's like, it was red. So if I was to add like a green color corrector and then go in with this foundation on top, I think it would completely disappear. This has a little bit of a warm-ish undertone. It's not like a pure olive. It's actually neutral, leaning slightly warm. And what that's done is it's actually taken away some of the darkness under my eyes. Like I don't have to go in with a color corrector or anything. I can go in with concealer right on top of this, which I will do, and I feel that it's going to look smooth and bright under my eyes once I'm done my makeup. Even the finish with the brush is fantastic. We're going to start the wear test right now. It is 9:39. Let's get to the makeup application. Enjoy the music. I love my makeup today. It is so soft, so romantic, so pleasant looking to the eyes, and it was so easy to do. So the foundation, I'm obsessed. I just hope this holds up to the day. A couple of things that I look for when I apply products on top, like does it lift the product? Does it break anything apart because of the oils or the ingredients used? None of that happened. Everything went on smoothly. You saw the creams and the powder products both. I did notice after a couple of minutes as I was applying the foundation that it did set to a matte like a little bit more like of a matte finish, but not like a flat matte. But it still somehow manages to look natural on the skin. It's pliable. Best part, I didn't have to use a color corrector under my eyes. You guys saw how the concealer just brightened everything up. With that being said, the true test is if it's gonna last all day, how the oil production is gonna be, because I'm combo. So I'll do my regular check-ins and a powder refresh test, but now let's get to the daylight shots for you. All right, so this is what it's looking like outside in daylight. The sun is really coming down really hard, but I'm gonna go inside now and show you guys a little bit how it's going to be in a shaded area. All right, guys, this is what the foundation is looking like. What do you guys think? I'm not really seeing it settle into my lines or anything like that yet. See you in a few hours. Hey guys, it is around 3 in the afternoon. It looks so fresh even now. Like I went groceries with this. I mowed the lawn with this. I was going up and down. I did laundry with this. Like I have been at it today. I even cooked. So I mean, like I've been pretty active and this foundation has not budged all day. I can't tell you how beautiful my skin looks in real life. Look at my T-zone. By now, there would have been like a little bit of oil production on my T-zone. I'm seriously blown away with how good of a oil control barrier this foundation is. It's still the powder from this morning. I haven't refreshed, no setting spray, just the primer on one side, which is of this side of my face, which brings me to the next point. The one thing I have noticed with this foundation, and I'm gonna see if I can zoom you guys in really close. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this side where the primer is a little bit more smoother over here, like especially in the front and underneath my eyes here, rather than this side. This side I can see visible texture still. I don't really have an enlarged pore problem per se, but I do have a slight bit of texture over here. My skin's really not doing the best, but this side is completely smooth. So I think that if you have like a really good blurring primer underneath, this foundation will lay beautifully on top. And then if you would just set it with powder. It's almost 6:40 in the evening. I've had this foundation on for about 9 hours now almost. I'm tired. This foundation, however, is not. So I'm going to move you in closer for you to see how absolutely nothing has changed. This is still looking flawless. I don't really like to use that word loosely, but it really is. My skin is flawless. The T-zone looks amazing. Like there's no oils. I don't really think that we even need a powder refresh test. I'll still do it. You guys can visibly see the proof is in the pudding here. I don't need to do any touch-ups. The blush is on, everything's on, makeup hasn't faded. Skin still looks very, very smooth. It hasn't gone into my fine lines or my wrinkles, except for obviously my laugh lines over here, but that happens all the time. I tell you guys every single foundation video that it's going to crease right in there. So let's move on with the powder refresh test. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the same powder that I used and just go in on, I'll go in on this side. Powder is a little too bright, so I'm gonna take some of this off. And I'm only going in on one side of my face with this. So you guys can see the difference between this side to this side. I don't see much of a change. I don't, like I said, I don't think this needed a powder refresh test. If anything, it's just mattified it even more and taken away from like the natural oils that have come out or whatever little oil that came out throughout the day. I prefer this side to this side. Now they do say that this gives off a glass skin finish in the description, but I don't think this does. It's not a glass skin finish, so I don't think that claim is really true. If you're oilier, of course, it's going to be a little bit more oil production, but I still think that this foundation is amazing for oily skin. It's just going to protect your skin and prevent the oils from coming through, especially if you set it really well with powder and things like that. You'll have less blotting to do and less touch-ups to do. I still think a dry skin person can use this, provided you don't have any texture, because this is going to set down a little bit more matte, and if you have dry, flaky bits, then it's going to cling to that, right? Now, when it comes to pricing, there's a couple of different pricing that I've seen online. It varies anywhere from like $35, $40 I've seen on the high end to like $16 to even $14 depending where you get it from. As I mentioned before, I'm going to have all of those links down below as to where you guys can get it. I am so glad I decided to try this, and it is going to be on my frequent rotation of base products. If you've tried this foundation, let's continue the conversation in the comment section, and I'm going to leave more video recommendations over here if you guys want to see more of like all day wear tests, foundation reviews, and things like that, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.